Happy Sunday. Ryan Murphy checking in. I just got done with an awesome group, 6 guys getting after it. All have different goals. Everybody's got a different reason for why they're there and what they're trying to accomplish. But when you can bring people together who are hungry, who are ready to compete, and put them in the same place and just stand back and watch, it's a magical thing. Environment is so key. If you're doing anything and trying to get to the next level, I highly encourage you to find a world-class training environment that's going to push you past what's comfortable. So Brady Boyle is our number one student of all time in terms of velocity gained in X amount of time. In 6 months, he's gained 18 miles an hour of velocity, which is life-changing. And I'm sure that people look at the title and are expecting to hear something really wild, but here's the reality. Brady does 2 things better than anybody else that we work with consistently. Number 1, he warms up as if it's the only thing that matters. He treats his warm-up as seriously as he treats his 3-2 fastball that he's throwing to a hitter in the bottom of the 7th inning with the bases loaded. Like, it's a desperate focus. You can see it in his eyes. It is focused. It is deliberate. There is no time for anything except doing things the right way. I could tell that kid, hey, Brady, go ahead and start your warm-up. I could walk away, and 20 minutes later I come back, and his warm-up, he'll be sweating his butt off because he's that committed and understands that it's that much of an important thing to his process. Hey, if you're trying to throw harder, warm up better. Most of the people that we see do a terrible job of warming up their body, and it costs you arm health. Because guess what? If your big muscles aren't activated, if your glutes aren't activated, hamstrings, hip flexors, internal, external rotators, guess what? Your arm's going to be getting all the workload. And your arm's not built for it. Take a look at your arm muscles, take a look at your leg muscles, core muscles. You tell me which ones are built for power and built for accelerating, decelerating, tremendous amount of force. Warm up, number 1. Number 2, intent. So many guys are afraid to be embarrassed by grunting or looking different or wanting to be cool. And they're afraid to try hard and fail. They'd rather look cool and fail. That way they didn't try that hard. If you're not throwing with intent, if you want to throw harder. Like your life depends on it. I say this is an analogy I use. It's extreme, but that's the whole point. If I had a gun and I was going to come up and hold it to your head, and it was either you throw this ball X miles an hour, 1 mile an hour above your record, or you and your whole family die, how would you throw it? Watch somebody's movement change totally. And what did we do there? Did we talk anything about mechanics? Nothing. It has nothing or very little to do with mechanics. It's called the Bernstein principle. Your body will organize itself based on the ultimate goal of the activity. Intent, if my goal is to throw the living crap out of the ball, throw a baseball 95 miles an hour through a glove, that is a very different goal than I'm just going to hit a spot. Or you go, I'm sure you guys are all at games this weekend. Oh, just throw a strike. Just throw a strike. Check out the article I posted yesterday on Facebook. Ben Brewster, Trade Athletics, phenomenal. Talking about the importance and the difference. Why does the Dominican Republic produce so many professional baseball players compared to the United States? Is it genetics? No. And if that's where you want to start the conversation and stop it, don't even waste, please don't partake. Because here's where it starts and stops. They train movement patterns and they train measurables. They know that power pays. Remember that expression, power pays. I saw that in an interview the other day with Tim Tebow and, God, of course I'm going to forget his name right now, left-handed hitter for the Nationals who's blowing up the last 2 years. So here's the deal. If you want to be really good, you got to be willing to do stuff other people aren't willing to do. You can't be concerned with what the herd's doing. Because if the herd at high school baseball is going out and long tossing 120 feet, hey, if they want to have garbage arms and never have a chance to play baseball after high school, good for them. And are they going to give you a hard time and ostracize you for doing something different? Absolutely. But would you be willing to do it if you knew it was going to change your life to the tune of 18 miles an hour improvement in 6 months? Think about that. That's literally, somebody do a quick math for me. 18 over 70, I know 20 over 80 is 25%. I'm smart enough to do that math. So 18 over 70 is literally more than 25% improvement. If anybody improved what they're doing, if you had a focus, if you had a goal, if you wanted to lose 25% of your weight, in 6 months. Would you be happy with that? What kind of grind would that require? Most people are ready to say, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, but nobody's willing to put in the work. Look at yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Are you really putting in everything you have? Is it your obsessive focus? Because if it's not, don't expect to be world class. Don't expect to be at the upper echelon. And if you get there, don't expect to stay there. It's consistent, hard, deliberate work every single day. That's it. Plain and simple. Brady, keep blowing it up. Please like, share, ask questions. The rant is over. Everybody have a great Sunday.